Hello my lovely ladies, welcome back to a new video. In this video we will be talking about very small and also easy habits that you can implement into your daily life to really embrace your feminine energy, your feminine vulnerability, to really embrace that feminine side of you. We all have masculine and feminine energy, yin and yang, inside of us. It's completely normal, but what's not normal, but unfortunately in today's society it is kind of considered as normal, is an unhealthy balance. And today's society, because of the environment, because of schools, lessons you get, because of your work pressure, family, environmental pressure, we women get really pushed into different directions. Like your family is trying to push you in the feminine energy side, your work environment is trying to push you in the masculine side, and we women were just like all over the place. And that wasn't the case 200-300 years ago, where even masculine women who didn't even enjoy being feminine were forced being feminine because everything was in balance, the work, the environment, everything was embracing that feminine energy aura. But in today's society it is the complete opposite, and women sometimes get forced into a masculine role and then they feel unhappy, they don't know what's wrong with their lives. And with these habits you can really understand, you can change that unhealthy balance and really get your balance with masculine and feminine energy. Because a lot of women, when they do these types of video, they only talk about feminine energy, but you also need to know that we all have masculine energy inside of us. You just need to find a balance, and you need to stop embracing your feminine side, because today's society is making us feel ashamed, is making us feel guilty, is making us feel unworthy and sometimes even stupid when you want to really embrace your femininity. Because as much as we want to, we are not masculine, we are feminine, we are women. Okay, so let's get right into it. It's going to be quite interesting and it is really easy. It's actually easier done than said. Okay, usually it's easier said than done, but with this you will understand. And with these steps that I'm going to mention, you will also learn to observe the things that really can make a huge difference when it comes to having and embracing your feminine energy, because when you don't have that, it's harder to embrace. So the first thing is also the most important one, and it is let yourself rest. Slow down. And it has nothing to do whether you're working or you're a housewife, because both of these women, the working mom, the stay-at-home mom, the college girl, all of these women, they're rushing. They're in a rush. The working mom is working and then grocery shopping and then to her children. The housewife is cooking and cleaning and book club and this and that and visitors and rushing and rushing and rushing. You need to calm down. That is the most important step to learn to really embrace your feminine energy. Life is not a constant rush, and one day you will get a complete burnout, especially the working moms. It's the hardest job ever, but also stay-at-home, like being a woman is just hard. No matter whether you're living alone, you've never been married, whether you're a college student, whether you are in your 60s, in your 70s, every age group, every step in your life comes with its own pair of difficulties. And being a woman is hard, you know, it already comes with a lot of difficulties. Don't make it even harder than it already is. Sometimes you need to take a step back and do not feel guilty for needing a little bit of rest. Listen to your body a lot, not sometimes. You need to listen to your body a lot. You need to sleep in sometimes. You do not need to feel guilty. Sometimes we need a day just doing nothing, watching a little bit of television, eating our favorite healthy salad, sleeping for 5 hours during the day, and just doing absolutely nothing. That is what society says, nothing. But you have been doing something. What have you been doing? You have been slowing down, going back into your feminine energy, listening to your body. How are you going to embrace your feminine energy if you haven't even been listening to your body? Even feminine women need to do this. Even women who are very feminine, look amazing, they also need to learn that sometimes we women, not sometimes, a lot, we need to take a step back, we need to take a break from everything, and we need to also focus on just resting, slowing things down, stop rushing, stop this and the kids and this. Sometimes you need to learn also, people, if you're not living alone, you have kids or you have a husband, you need to teach these people like, okay, right now, mommy, or right now, I'm having 2 hours for myself. You can watch television. You have to go to the loo by yourself. If there's something, you can tell me, but you cannot shout or la la la. You have to teach these people that, okay, I'm your mom, but sometimes I also need time for myself. Resting and recharging yourself is very important for your feminine energy to shine. And it almost feels like a lot of us are feeling this way. I feel like that they are running out of time, like the clock is ticking and they need to do so much more things. And sometimes you need to stop feeling guilty, stop feeling ashamed, because we get that pressure by social media, by today's society, that we are not enough, we're not doing enough, and all of these women are doing it, so I need to do this. This celebrity is doing so much and I don't. This mom did this for her kids. You need to just, okay, take care of yourself. Rest is so important. Okay, how are you going to do all these things if you're not well rested? You will get a burnout. You will either get into a fight, you will either be very irritated, or you will be tired for the rest of your life. And it is better to take a break once in a while and then be very active, so you have like full energy, full potential for everything, your work, your kids, your family, your husband, so you can focus on that. But you cannot focus it if you don't focus on yourself first. So number one for embracing your feminine energy is let yourself rest. You will feel an instant shift in energy when you do, immediately. That's why I'm putting this on number one. If you're well rested, if you're taking care of yourself, you listen to your body, that your body needs a break from the constant rush, you will feel an instant shift in energy and you don't need to do anything about it. Just laying a little bit on the couch, in your bed, just need a little bit of rest. Number two is surround yourself with people that embrace your femininity, that make your femininity shine. So what do I mean with that? You need to be surrounded with people that accept your feminine energy, and it is easier if you have met them when you were feminine, so they are used to that. But sometimes, like for example, if after watching this video you're like, oh my god, she's right, and for example your kids and your husband or your parents are used to you being more masculine, being more in your masculine energy, and you want to change that, and all of a sudden they see this change. But that's a good thing, and they will also change with you whether they want it or not. You don't need to tell or talk into them like, oh my god, darling, I'm changing and I'm embracing my... No, you don't need to do anything. They will see it, they will feel it. It's in our nature. Biologically, we are made this way. You just waiting for the door and let them open it. They will do it. It's in our nature. Okay? You don't need to worry or tell them anything and try to change them. They will change whether they want it or not, because it's our nature, it's in our biology, and it's in their biology as well, of course. And when you are in your feminine energy role, people around you immediately change, and it really helps the dynamic, because that is how it is supposed to be. There's no rule. It's not made by society, this rule. It's made by biology, our genes. Our entire body is made to function like that. Masculine men, feminine women, we are made to function like that. There's no rule, there's no thing, it's just in our nature. And I have this amazing example for you ladies today, and it's perfect timing for this video because it just happened a couple of days ago. And it happened to my friend. We love talking about, I also said that in my previous videos, we love talking about designer bags, psychology, like being a trophy wife, feng shui. We love talking about stuff like that. She really went into depth about this one, and it was so interesting. And this example really makes you realize that when you embrace your feminine energy, the rest will just fall right into place. So she stayed over at her brother's house, and we are all from the same culture where the man is the head of the family, takes over his masculine role, and we women are in our family roles. We're used to that. We've never seen otherwise. But her brother, he's been happily married, so his marriage is, very happily married. He's been married for more than 20 years, I think, to a woman who is not from our culture. I think she was from Finland or Sweden. They've been happily married for more than 20 years, but their relationship is 50-50. It has been working perfectly for them. So if, for example, if they go out to dinner, the woman sometimes also pays. So it's not only the man. Sometimes he pays, sometimes she pays. Everything is half, so electricity bills, all the bills she also pays, school stuff. Same with the household chores. She does a lot, but he also does a lot. He cooks, he cleans, he takes care of the kids, he brings them to ballet classes and back. So it's like really 50-50. It's been working very well for them. But let me tell you, when his sister visits and they go out to dinner and his sister earns double his income, she earns way more money, my friend, way more than he does. But guess who's paying when he takes her out to dinner? In our culture, doesn't matter. Even if the man who's taking the woman in our family to dinner and the man has only $1,000 a month paycheck and the woman he's taking out to dinner is a billionaire, who's paying for dinner? The man. No questions asked. Same with him. She is really feminine, embracing her feminine energy. She didn't even take her wallet with her when she stayed with them. He took her for ice cream, they did shopping, they did this, they did that. She is way more richer than him, but he's the man. And even though with his wife, he makes his wife pay, he makes his wife take over a lot of masculine roles, with his sister, he's not, because his sister didn't grow up with those values and is not accepting that, is not accepting to take over masculine roles, and he's fine with that. He's so completely shifting from being a 50-50 person to a complete masculine man. In return for that, for example, she cooks for the kids when they're home and the wife is still working and the house is filled with these smells of cooking, and he really enjoys it. He always says like, you need to come more, you know, the kids really like it and the house really feels like a house. So with his wife and with his sister, he's a complete different person. But it is the exact same person that we're talking about. And his sister is not saying, oh, well, I'm a feminine woman, you need to do this for me. No, he just does it by himself. He isn't that gentleman-y with his wife, not in a bad way, but because they have this dynamic. He doesn't do it on purpose, but it's just the energy, and you immediately feel that. As a man, as a woman, you immediately feel it the same way that we immediately get that from like a man who has a lot of feminine energy. You get that vibe immediately. It takes a couple of seconds. Number 3 is letting go of your stiffness and tension. A lot of women, this is very easy spotted, especially by masculine men and very feminine energy women. I was talking to this very feminine energy woman. She's really soft, like she's really like flowy, and she's like full blown on feminine energy. I'm also a feminine energy woman, but I also love being very masculine sometimes, like swimming and very rough sports, and she's more like yoga and this, and she's not into rough anything. Boxing, but I still can do boxing, and I'm very athletic at the same time, but also very feminine. We're just on this cafe, we were sitting, and we love people watching, and there were a lot of people watching by, and she said like, look, there was this woman who was walking by and her body was amazing. She was very athletic built, very beautiful legs, but the way she was walking wasn't very attractive. Even though her body was very beautiful, no one would really bother looking at her because she wasn't radiating feminine energy. It was very stiff, very manly the way she walked, and that is not a good thing, because that means you have a lot of tension, a lot of psychological tension as well. Sometimes it's in your head, and you need to a little bit let go of your stiffness. Let go. You can still be into boxing and be a boxing champion and be good at stuff and be good at a very certain, that is very masculine energy sports, but you as a woman need to let go after doing that sport of that tension, of that masculine energy. And you can really tell that. I didn't notice it until my very feminine friend noticed that you can notice it in the way people walk. So you need to practice at home. How do you actually walk? And you can test out this tension in your body by walking right now. While watching this video, you can stand up, go walking through the room and see, do you see a real feminine walk, or is it more like a stiff and masculine walk? Because it's very easy. You as a woman, you don't need to practice 1,000 times to have a beautiful walk. There's no science behind it. It's just opening up yourself, releasing the tension and really feel yourself when you walk. A feminine walk is like with your hips, they move, you have this flow, your aura that gives you true freedom. Open up and release all the tension, and you will be a completely different person by just the way you're walking. This is letting go of the stiffness that you have created in your body. Number 4 is a 5 or 10 minutes glow up routine. So this is, and me, I noticed it, I use this so much most of the time, even though we all love getting ready for 2 hours, pampering ourselves, taking a 1 hour long bath or shower and then doing our makeup for another hour and dancing on music while choosing our outfit. But most of the time we don't have time for that. Even if you are a very feminine woman, most of the time we either need to work or we need to drop our kids off at school, or you have Pilates class, or if you're younger you need to go to college. Sometimes you only have a couple of minutes to get ready. I really mastered this, and there's a 5-minute glow up routine and a 10-minute glow up routine, and you need to master these. And what do I mean with master this? You need to learn what you can do in that 10 minutes that you can really glow up, change yourself completely, look put together. That doesn't take long, and you need to know the exact steps. So when that happens, when you are in a rush and you only have 10 minutes, you know exactly what to do. Because if you're someone who doesn't take care of herself every single day, who doesn't do it and isn't used to a 5 or 10 step routine, you don't know what works for you. I can spend 1 hour in front of the mirror doing my hair, makeup, choosing an outfit for another half hour. I can spend as long as I need to if I want, but most of the time you don't have time for that. And if you're used to getting ready and you know what works for you and doesn't, you know what works for you in those 10 minutes as well. You know that doing 10 minutes of foundation and your eyebrows is not going to work. You know that having maybe a pencil works faster than doing like those dip pots where you put in a brush and then on your eyebrows. That takes a little longer. Do you have time for that? It's mastering that. You need to be someone that gets ready every single day, takes care of herself, so you can master a 5-minute and a 10-minute routine. The 5-minute is when I'm really rushing, because a lot of women always ask me, you always look put together, where do you find the time? Darling, if you give me 5 minutes and I just rolled out of bed, I can still look amazing and put together, and it looks like I've just spent 1 hour in front of the mirror, even if I've just spent 5, because I have been so used to getting ready that if I look at my phone and I see that I only have 5 minutes, I know exactly what I'm going to do in those 5 minutes. I'm not going to spend looking at my closet for 5 minutes and see what outfit I'm going to wear. No. I start with makeup. You need to have a routine, like you need to, because sometimes what women do, they're like, oh my God, I have 5 minutes. Oh my God, do I need to brush my hair? Do I need to do makeup? Oh, I need to wash my face. Oh, I need to do this. Oh, my bag. Oh, my this. They don't know where to begin. But if you are used to getting ready, and if you have this routine like first hair, then makeup. For me, it's always first hair, then makeup. And why is that? You need to start with the things that are more important. For me, it's not my clothes. For me, it's like my hair first. I look best. I would rather go out with a bare face of makeup that I can put sunglasses on and very nice hair and a good outfit than having horrible hair and makeup on. I think we all agree. So what I always do is I start with hair. I have 5 minutes. I give 2-3 minutes to my hair. I just do my hair. I know, like, I have oily hair. I have my baby powder there from cornstarch, and I have just this routine. And for makeup, I only have 2 minutes. I usually spend 15 minutes on makeup. I know that, okay, in my 2 minutes, I'm skipping this, but I really need a mascara. I really need some lip liner, and I really need some concealer. And because I've been doing it for such a long time, putting on eyeliner for someone who does it every single day is different than someone who never takes care of her face and looks and all of a sudden decides to put on eyeliner. I mean, that can take up 10 minutes of your day. And that is also why a lot of women who never put on makeup, who don't have a beauty routine, they're like, oh my God, it takes so long. How do you have all the time? Because for them, they think that we spend 10 minutes putting on eyeliner, our eyebrows for another 10 minutes, foundation for another 20. No, if you're used to it, it takes a couple of seconds. It's like hop, 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 and I'm ready. Yes, my face will look way better if I had 15 minutes to do my makeup, but I look presentable, I feel great, and I can just hop out of the door without looking like I just rolled out of bed. So you need to give yourself a 5, and you need to learn what you can do in those 5, which is in very urgent situations where you only have 5 minutes, and a little bit longer, 10 minutes, what can you do in those situations. You need to have some backup outfits that in your wardrobe that you know when you are in a rush, they will always look good on you no matter what it is. So you can just grab them and wear them. That is also an amazing tip. And even though it's just 5 or 10 minutes, it is so powerful and it can really change the way you look. So number 6 is embrace your vulnerability. And because of today's society, a lot of women, they're almost guilt-tripped and ashamed to really show their true feminine colors. They feel almost stupid by today's society standards when they ask, for example, for help. They refuse to accept that feminine energy is also vulnerable, and they don't want to put their vulnerability, I'm sorry, I cannot pronounce that word, on display. They refuse to do that. They feel stupid when they do that. They feel idiots when they do that. They feel ashamed and they have this guilt. So many women have that, and I think that's so strange. I have an example. So me and my friend, we parked my car in a parking lot. I'm someone who always forgets where she parks her car. I always need to take a picture of the number next to my car in a shopping mall or at the airport, or else I will forget where I parked my car. So that happened to us. I forgot to take a picture, so I forgot where my car was parked. And we searched first until I saw someone working there. And I was like, oh, let's ask this man who's working there. He can help us. I'm getting scared. Let's ask this man who's clearly working here. He can help us. And she was immediately, which really shocked me, no, he will think we're stupid. He will think we're just two stupid women who cannot find their car and it's just stupid. No, I will really feel ashamed asking him that. Why? We're not asking for something stupid. In my opinion, asking for something stupid is like a very offensive or crazy question. To me, this is not offensive or crazy. To me, it's just, we forgot where we parked our car. This man can help us, protect us. I don't feel comfortable walking around this dark parking lot for too long, so I'd rather have a man accompanying me, helping me. I don't feel stupid. I don't feel any shame. I don't feel any dumbness. I don't feel dumb asking someone for help. My friend clearly did, and she didn't even want to walk with me to this man who was working. So she kept standing where we were standing, and I walked up to him alone because for her it was being a dumb woman, quote, to ask him where our car was parked and if he could help us. So I asked him, and he loved helping us. He really enjoyed it. He really helped find our car immediately. It took him 2 minutes. And I think if he didn't help us, it would have maybe took us 15 minutes, and I would be so scared because it was getting dark out and the garage was also getting dark. So I was so happy when I saw him. For me, it's like, oh, help. And for her, it was like, no, I can do it all by myself. I'm a woman. No, darling. Sometimes we women, we need to accept that we cannot do it all. We do already so much. We bring life to this world. What else do we need to do? If I cannot find my car and there's someone that can help me, I will really ask him to help me. Whether it is a woman or a man, I don't care. I don't feel ashamed for asking help. And this complex, I noticed it with a lot of women. I don't know where it comes from, but it comes from having a little bit too much masculine energy or having feminine energy, but having this mindset that's implemented into your brain by school, by your workspace, by your environment, that being feminine, being too much of this is stupid. So it's like your two energies are battling, and it's not good. You don't have anything to prove. There's nothing to prove here. What are you going to prove by searching the entire parking lot for 15 minutes? This is number 6 actually. So you need to do things just because you enjoy it, not because it's productive, not because you can make money from it, not because someone else needs you to do it. Sometimes you need to do things just because you enjoy it, and you need to stop feeling ashamed that you do it. You love watching your favorite TV show for 3 hours, you do it, and stop feeling guilty that you have been unproductive. You love cooking and listening to music, you love doing yoga, you love doing makeup for no reason in front of the mirror, you do that. You do not always need to do things that you can make money from or that will help you study for your grades or for your work. You need to also focus on yourself. You need to spend time with yourself without having a goal. Having a perfume collection and just staring at your perfume collection and enjoying it. I mean, we women, we have so many things that we love. I have a friend who has a huge bag collection and she loves just putting out her Birkins and her Kellys and her Chanel bags and dusting them off and putting them into different places and organizing everything. And she can spend 4 hours doing that. Is that going to bring her any extra money? No, but it is her little me time. So me time is not only getting a pedicure out. If you enjoy it, do it. But sometimes me time is just sitting on your balcony with a cup of tea, staring at the trees and the birds and sitting there for 2-3 hours doing absolutely nothing. That is also a stupid word by today's society. Doing nothing. Why do you always need to do something? Why is sitting on the balcony sipping tea considered doing nothing? Why is watching television because you enjoy it so much for 3-4 hours considered doing nothing? That's not the case. We women, especially women, we really need that to reset, to enjoy, because we are homemakers. We love sometimes just taking a step back and doing things that do not bring money to the table or are considered as productive. That is the man's role. And you should not feel guilty for watching television, for reading a book, for making a painting for 5 hours. You do you and enjoy it, because that is how you discover your interests, your hobbies. That is how you discover your inner self, and that is how your yin and yang energy, your feminine and masculine energy actually balance. It's a really good thing, and the last thing that you should feel when you do something that doesn't earn money and is just an extra splurge, the last thing that you should feel is shame, because it's really good for you. And your children will also really love it when they see their mom painting, when they see their mom just sitting on the balcony. It's nice, it's good. You bring balance to the home. Don't feel ashamed. Number 7 is putting yourself first. Stop feeling guilty to spend money on yourself. Put yourself first. I've made an entire video on this subject, so I'm not going into depth. If you want to see and understand more about this, you can just watch that video, because it was a very long video. I really went into depth about it, but it's just, you need to stop feeling guilty spending money on yourself, and you need to start putting yourself first. Because if you love someone very close, your child, your husband, your mom, you want to give everything and take care of them the best way you could. But guess what? If you do not take care of yourself first, how are you going to be there for them in the best way you can if you're like a walking zombie? You need to take care of yourself first so you can take care of your kids, have an amazing marriage, have an amazing familial situation with your parents, or if you still live with your parents or if you live alone, you need to take care of yourself first. So that is why, even if you have kids, even if you have someone very close to you that you love more than yourself, put yourself first and then the rest will follow. Number 8 is that everything that I have just told you is all in your head. It's all in your head. Feminine energy and masculine energy is not something that you will teach yourself or that you need to stand in front of the mirror for and need to practice things. Feminine energy comes naturally. It's in your head, because a lot of women, for example, they say, oh, I'm so masculine, I don't know what to do. Well, it's all in your head. You think that you are masculine, so that's why you're acting masculine. You have a lot of tension, you have a lot of stiffness. That is why you're walking like this. I mean, women, our bodies are not meant to walk like this. You are teaching yourself to walk this very manly walk, and you're teaching yourself that you are not feminine enough, and you're dressing yourself in a certain way, you are not giving yourself enough time to get ready, or you make fun of other women who get ready, you are bringing the tension yourself. You are having shameful feelings when you want, for example, to ask help. You feel weird or something. I don't know. It's all you. It's all in your head. So the biggest shift that needs to happen is here in your head. You need to start believing in yourself. Your body is already doing it for you. There's nothing that needs to be changing in your body because your body is already doing what it needs to be doing. That's really it. So that's why I'm saying this is so much easier done than said, because this video has been so long, and if you're watching this video you think, oh my god, there's so many steps and this, but by the end of this video you will realize it all comes down to here, and I'm just doing a lot of explanation for you to understand that there's no trick, there's no certain outfit that you need to wear, there's no certain thing that you need to do in front of the mirror or practice in order for you to suddenly become this feminine energy woman, because it all happens here in your head. So I hope this video helped you in one way or another. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!